I'm just going to crack on and do this before it becomes August favourites. Hello everyone, I am going to be presenting my beauty favourites of 2015 in this video. I am doing this in place of December favourites as well, like it's kind of a combined video for you, and hopefully will be a lot shorter than 2 videos because I could ramble on forever about products that I love, which might be a bit dull for you guys, so hopefully this will be less dull. Let's just get to it. I'm going to start with foundations, and I am going to start with the BB cream, and my favourite BB cream for 2015 is Clinique's Age Defense BB Cream SPF 30. Looks like this. Really, this was bought by accident, but has turned out to be a really good accident. I wore this when I was abroad, and I was in America, so the sun was really strong. The SPF in it like really didn't let my skin burn at all, so I was pretty impressed by that. It gives a fair amount of coverage. It's not full coverage, but you know, it was a coverage that I was prepared to deal with. I have pretty bad skin, so it was fine for me. I felt comfortable enough in it, so that gets my vote. Next up we have my favourite everyday foundation. This is the foundation that I've been wearing to work that gives me a really nice amount of coverage and that lasts throughout the day, and that is Maxfactor's Facefinity All Day Flawless 3-in-1. It's a primer, concealer and foundation in one. I still use a primer with it, but it's pretty good on its own if you want to just use it on its own. But I have the shade Warm Almond 45. Again, it has an SPF in it of 20, and this has been fantastic for everyday use. I believe this is a good dupe for my next favourite, which is MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. And I believe these two work quite well as an interchangeable duo. I feel this is the one I will use because it's quite stage makeup-y, it's quite thick. I would use this for a night out, or if I want to really go the flawless kind of pristine route. I don't know, I feel comfortable with the fact that these are interchangeable and that this will provide day-to-day coverage and this will provide nighttime coverage. I'm happy with that. Let's just link in there with a brush that I apply those foundations with. I don't apply the BB cream with this brush, but the other liquid foundations I have been using Real Techniques Stippling brush. I recently repurchased this. They redesigned it. It looked pretty cute and new, and I needed another one. I needed a new one because my old one was knackered. So this is probably the best brush, I think, for applying liquid foundation. I now wash it regularly because I didn't with my old ones. I've learnt from my mistakes, and I couldn't give this more of a high review. So going on from the foundation, my favourite powder of 2015 has to be One Heck of a Blot by Soap & Glory. Let's just, packaging aside for a second, it is a really good, I have the translucent, I think it's all translucent, but I didn't notice it the first time I bought it, but now I've noticed that it is definitely translucent, and it does the job. It really mattifies you, and it really gives you kind of like a flawless finish, and really love this. How many times can I use really in a sentence? Oh, concealer. Again, MAC have been doing very well for me this year, as I think you would know if you've been watching my favourites throughout the year. But this concealer is tiny, but the only one that I have been reaching for throughout 2015. I think I must have started off with like the creamy concealers, but now I have fully converted to this little pot, and I just can't, nothing else does the same thing. I mean, maybe I'll go for a creamy concealer if I just want to use that as kind of a cover for foundation and concealer kind of thing, if I want to do really light makeup. But this just finishes off the other foundations that I mentioned before really well. If you have those areas that you want to give a little bit more coverage to, I would recommend using this. Amazing. Oh, let's go on to another brush. I haven't really got any more favourite eyeshadows for 2015. I've just been using the ones that I've always been using. I have the MAC one, I have the Naked palettes, and I would be repeating myself if I went over those again. But I did purchase another Real Techniques brush, and I think it looks like this. It's quite a thick, I think it's specifically for eyeshadow. Oh, it has 200 on it. So I believe this is for eyeshadow. I could be wrong. I often pick concealer brushes as eyeshadow brushes because I think they work the best, but that's purely by accident. I kind of just go on the appearance. But this has been really good for applying eyeshadow and blending this year, and it's become like a love and a favourite of mine, so I keep reaching for this one and I felt like it deserved a mention. Okay, so lipstick wise, yes MAC, you have done it again. It's Viva Glam 5. It comes in like the pink band packaging. I don't know whether it's special edition or not. Looks like this. It can literally be a daytime or nighttime lipstick. It's kind of one that I will just go to complete a look, staple whenever. Love it, yes. Mascara. Throughout 2015, I have been loving Cump Defy. I felt like that was my ultimate favourite in the end. I keep reaching for this one, whether it's daytime or nighttime, whether it's over false lashes. It works pretty well over false lashes. I think that's because of the Cump Defy. It doesn't drag, it's quite smooth. This packaging is pretty knackered, so do excuse it. It has a slightly curved wand and holds a curl really well. There's nothing bad I can say about this mascara. And again, it's Maxfactor, so they must be doing pretty good. This year just gone as well. Yes, another MAC product. We're on to blusher now, but I probably won't need to buy another blusher. I may experiment, but I will probably always come back to this one because I feel like this is in tune with my tones on my face, if that even makes any sense. Prism matte blusher is beautiful, and the blush for me, 2015 was basically the year I fell in love with MAC. Pricey, but worth it. Oh, another eyeshadow brush. Yes, a bit random, but it's kind of along the MAC streak again. And yes, I am late to a 217 eyeshadow brush, blender brush, best ever blending brush ever. There's no need to buy another one, but I was late to that party. But I'm glad I joined the party now and I have one and it's been a dream. So next up on the makeup front, I have a pretty awesome palette that I did buy in 2015, and I feel like I will probably never have to buy a contouring palette ever again, but it is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It is pretty darn awesome. I've been playing with this and contouring depending on the dramaticness, even though that's not a word. Depending on the drama I want in my look, I've been going darker or lighter depending, if that makes any sense. But I got this in America. I'm not 100% sure that you can get it in the UK. You might be able to in maybe Selfridges or Harrods, that would be my best guess. But I literally have not reached for any other contouring, shadowing, palette, anything. This has been number one for 2015 and will probably continue to be number one for 2016 as well. And lastly, on the makeup front, we have an eyebrow pencil that is so worth a mention. I feel like I should probably bulk up and buy these just in case they go out of production, because nothing else quite works the same for me. And it is Maybelline's Brow Satin double-ended pencil. It has a crayon-y pencil on one end and a sponge on the other end, like a blending sponge. And you know, I don't have precision HD eyebrows. I've never been that kind of girl, but I do like them to stand out and not get washed out when I do my eyes. So it's kind of rough, but I love it, and it doesn't give you that drawn on eyebrow look at all. I actually recommended this to my friend who is now kind of a convert as well, and I can't recommend it highly enough. It will probably continue to be my favourite ever eyebrow pencil ever. Right, now we're on to a little bit of skincare. And for skincare in 2015, I had a little bit of a change up in 2015 with the medication that I was on, and I noticed my skin really reacting to that, and it got really, really bad at one stage. And I didn't want to go back on certain medications. I didn't want to just put more, what's the word? I didn't want to put more drugs into my body, basically, or pharmaceuticals into my body. So I was really trying to eliminate most of the things that I was on, and my skin really, really badly broke out. The only thing that really kind of made a difference, and again, this is still like, it's left a bit of taste in my mouth with this company in particular, but the product is good for my skin at the moment, has been working throughout 2015. So yes, I, you know, kind of begrudgingly have to give it a mention, but it's the Proactive skincare range. It does work in calming things down. It doesn't completely get rid of the problem, but it makes you feel like it's a lot more manageable and a lot more bearable. So I felt like that was worth a mention. For getting all that makeup that I've just mentioned off, I owe a lot to Extraordinary Oil. That has been my standby makeup remover. Gets everything off. 2015 favourite, definitely. It really does instantly dissolve with makeup, and it does say that it's for all skin types, and I actually think my oily skin benefits from having oil in it. It's it's a weird world that we live in, but I do feel like this does the job pretty well. So, and another makeup remover that I have been loving, and this is, sorry about the empty bottle, but it's Bioderma, and it's kind of the original that was found. Yes, I'm probably going to go down the Garnier route because it's just cheaper, but I have a couple of bottles of this left, so I will be using them up, and it's kind to your skin and it does get your makeup off. I especially use this for eye makeup and that works really well. So if the oil hasn't got everything off of my eyes, then I go across my eyes with a pad and some of this on it. Very good. And lastly for skincare, again, I think I was late to this party, but I am glad I joined it, is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate, and that's something that again is an oil consistency, and I was like wary of putting on my skin, but has really helped heal like the scarring areas and stuff, and I've really noticed a difference with this, so I feel like it deserves a mention. And I have used it quite a lot, and I can see just with the light now that I've, you know, barely gone down any of it, and it's definitely been at least half a year, so I think this will last me a little bit longer. It is a bit pricey, but I got it in duty free, so I would definitely recommend getting this in duty free if you're going through the airport. Now, the find of 2015 that I like, the craze that I have become obsessed with and have in my hair at the moment, are these Invisibobbles. I keep making the joke to myself that they're so invisible that they are like the invisible Invisibobbles. I know, it's really funny, isn't it? It literally says the Tracer's herring. Like, I keep losing these. I keep having to buy packs of these because I keep losing them. That's how invisible or Invisibobble they are. Pause for effect. Take it in. Anyway, they come in these cute little boxes, and I honestly feel like a normal headband is just boring now. Like it doesn't add excitement to your hair, and it doesn't add volume, and like my ponytails really go woo with these in. They never used to. They used to be flat pancake ponytails. I was like, what the hell? But these are pretty damn cool, and yeah, you get 3 in a pack. They're a little bit expensive, but they're totally worth it. Apparently they're eco-friendly. Never knew that, but 2015 favourite for my hair, definitely. That was my 2015 favourites. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of these videos, subscribe. I hope you had a brilliant 2015 and found lots of lovely stuff throughout it. If you're a beauty addict like me, I hope you found lots of lovely bits. I've been, you know, nosing around other people's 2015 favourites and been rather enjoying it, so here's my giving back to you. I kind of took December favourites and 2015 favourites and smushed them together, and I hope that's not naughty and cheating, but I feel like it is, but we'll just glaze over that fact. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!